Feel the breeze where the dreams don't stop. Sailing high in the metro hub spot. Where next metro where the stories flow. Casting light on the life we know. Talking homes, talking lives we build. Every episode leaves you thrilled. Kick back, relax, let your worries go. You're tuned in now to the Metro Show.
Welcome to The Deep Dive, your RE/MAX Metro Talk Show Deep Dive. We're here to cut through all that noise and really decode the insights that matter. Today, we are plunging right into the Pinellas County real estate market. We're looking at the trends for June 2025. Our mission, like always, is simple. Whether you're a buyer thinking about your next move, a seller trying to get the best value, or maybe you're a real estate agent guiding your clients, give you a real shortcut, make you well-informed. We're not just going to throw data points at you. We want to connect the dots, help you navigate what's happening out there. Yeah, and we've got some really solid stuff to work with today. The source material is a comprehensive market data straight from Realtors Property Resource, RPR. Right. Think of RPR as the definitive heartbeat monitor for the real estate industry. It's agent exclusive, super granular, gives us the most reliable, really in-depth picture. We've analyzed data for both single-family homes and the condo and townhouse market, so we should get a clear, actionable understanding of the shifts. Okay, fantastic. So with that incredible data, what's really going on in Pinellas County right now? And maybe more importantly, how can you use this info to make smart, strategic decisions? Okay, let's unpack this. Let's kick things off with the backbone, right? Single-family homes. You mentioned a significant shift there. What's the big picture?
Right. For single-family homes in Pinellas, the headline is a clear move into what we'd call a balanced market. This is as of June 2025. What's really interesting here is the months of inventory number. It stands at 5.27 months. Now, that number is super important because it signals, equilibrium, sort of a handshake deal where neither buyers nor sellers have a really strong upper hand.
Equilibrium. That sounds calmer than what we've seen.
Oh, absolutely. It's a dramatic change from that really competitive seller's market just last year. We've seen inventory surge.
Yeah.
Get this. By 144% compared to a year ago.
Wow, 144%.
Yeah. Now, the month-to-month increase was more modest, around 6%, but still that year-over-year jump is huge. Practically, what does this mean? Well, buyers now have genuine breathing room. It's not just about looking leisurely, it's about strategic power.
Okay, so what does that look like? Strategic power.
It means that buyers can, insist on thorough inspections, they can negotiate repairs, they can really vet their financing options without that constant fear of losing out in a few hours. And for sellers, it means you can expect reasonable interest, but probably not that frenzy we saw before.
Okay, that 144% jump. That's really a seismic shift, isn't it? So what does it feel like on the ground for someone actually trying to buy or sell now? And what are the key numbers showing this balance?
Well, okay, let's break down the numbers. The median sale price for single-family homes, it's at $445,000. It is up slightly, just 0.7% from May 2025. But interestingly, it's holding pretty steady compared to last year, actually cooled maybe about 3% below June 2024 levels.
So prices aren't dropping off a cliff, but they've definitely stabilized.
Exactly, price stabilization, which is, frankly, a welcome benchmark after years of really rapid appreciation.
And homes are taking a bit longer to sell now, too, I gather.
They are, yeah. The median days on market is now 36 days. That's up from about 31 days last month, so about a 16% increase month over month. It tells us a typical home is taking about a month to go under contract, which is, a world away from selling in a weekend.
Right, so about a month on market. What are buyers actually paying versus the asking price then? Is there room to negotiate?
There is. On average, homes are selling for about 95.8% of their asking price. That's the sold-to-list price ratio. It ticked up slightly from last month, sure, but it's noticeably lower than the almost 100% or even over 100% ratios we saw last year. So yeah, negotiation is definitely back. Buyers might bid a bit below asking, but they're still closing pretty close to list, which means strategic pricing from sellers is really crucial.
Makes sense. And that brings us back to the months of inventory. You said 5.27.
Yeah, 5.27 months of supply. As we said, classic indicator of a balanced market. And remember, that's up a staggering 144% year over year from around 2.16 months back in June 2024, and up about 5.8% just from May. It really hammers home that the frantic gotta buy now demand. It's eased significantly.
Okay. Any other key metrics?
One more key one, median price per square foot. It's approximately $298. This figure is pretty stable, only up about 1.7% from last month. What that tells us is even with more homes out there, the value of the space itself, the cost to build it, that's staying strong. Buyers are still willing to pay for quality and location. And if we zoom out, look at the year-over-year picture, the transformation is really striking. June 2024, definitely a seller's market. Super lean supply. Now June 2025. Conditions have, well, normalized quite a bit. Inventory up that huge 144%, pulled us firmly into this balanced state.
But prices haven't crashed, despite all that new inventory.
That's the resilience part. Prices haven't collapsed. The median sale price is only slightly lower than a year ago. Homes are taking longer weeks, not days. And that sold-to-list ratio is down from 100% plus closer to 96% now. Buyers have regained negotiating power. Overall, it points to a healthy cooling, more equitable, more sustainable.
Okay, so this rebalancing sounds like a more maybe welcoming environment.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for you listening? Maybe you're a buyer, maybe a seller, maybe an agent advising clients.
Okay, for single-family buyers, you can definitely afford to be patient, be discerning. Inventory is back. That pressure for split-second, sight-unseen offers is largely gone. Use this time, explore neighborhoods, figure out priorities, but also be ready to act decisively when you find the home you really want.
And financing,
Yeah.
still key.
Absolutely crucial. Get your financing pre-approved. It's not just helpful, it gives you confidence in negotiations. Expect to pay near asking for those truly turnkey properties, the ones ready to go, but negotiation room exists elsewhere. And, keep an eye on that months of inventory number. If it starts trending down again, things could tighten up.
That's solid advice for buyers. Now, flip side. If I'm a seller in this balanced market, what's my playbook? How do I make my home stand out and still get top dollar?
Right. Sellers of single-family homes need measured confidence. You face more competition now. So strategic pricing and really impeccable preparation are absolutely crucial, non-negotiable, really. Price realistically. Base it on recent comparable sales. Today's buyers, they're savvy. They have access to data. Since homes are selling around 95-96% of list, setting a fair price right from the start is key to getting serious offers.
And be prepared for it to take a bit longer.
Yeah. Anticipate about 36 days on average. Use that time wisely. Professional staging, high-quality photos, address any deferred maintenance, make it shine. And remember, negotiations are a two-way street now. Be open to reasonable contingencies, maybe minor concessions. Your goal is to be the best prepared, best value option out there.
Something I always wonder about is the luxury market. Does it just follow the main trends or does it kind of do its own thing? What are we seeing for luxury single-family homes?
That's a great question. The luxury single-family market often sees an amplified version of the overall trends. It usually has higher inventory levels naturally and caters to a smaller, more discerning buyer pool. This often means luxury homes can spend significantly longer on the market than that 36-day median, so pricing becomes even more critical.
So good for luxury buyers right now.
It's an incredibly advantageous moment for luxury buyers, yes. More choice, more leverage to negotiate price or terms, maybe even significant concessions. For luxury sellers, you need to invest heavily in top-tier marketing. Really highlight unique features, maybe even consider incentives, like offering a rate buy-down to help with the buyer's interest rate. That said, truly exceptional, one-of-a-kind properties. If they're priced competitively, they can still attract serious attention.
Okay, let's shift gears. Let's dive into what you called a completely different story. The Pinellas County condo, townhome, and apartment market. Is it balanced too, or are we seeing something else?
No. Something else entirely. This market has tilted distinctly into a firm buyer's market. The months of inventory number here is 9.66 months.
Wow, almost 10 months.
Exactly. Clearly indicates an abundance of units. Supply has swelled dramatically. It's up 11% just since last month, and wait for it, a whopping 223% compared to June 2024.
223%, that's huge.
It is. Now here's where it gets really fascinating, almost contradictory at first glance. Despite all this inventory, the sold-to-list price ratio is 113.2%.
Hold on. Over 100%. With nearly 10 months of inventory, how does that work?
Right. It seems like a paradox, but it's more like a tale of two markets within the same segment. What the data suggests is an ultra-discerning buyer. They're either finding those perfectly priced, truly turnkey gems and driving bidding wars on those few specific listings, or they're completely ignoring everything else. It highlights a critical point for sellers. Good enough just doesn't cut it anymore. You have to be exceptional to stand out in this flood. And most condos, they're taking about 2 months to sell now. Median days on market is 57 days.
Okay, That is wild. More supply than ever, yet some units sell above asking. That sounds tricky to navigate. Let's break down those key numbers again.
Exactly. Let's dig in. Median sale price for condos townhomes, $255,750. It is up 1.6% month over month, but it's actually somewhat lower than a year ago. Overall values softened about 5–6% year over year.
So more affordable relative to single-family homes, and prices have come down a bit from last year.
Correct. Which highlights that relative affordability. And that median days on market at 57 days, up just slightly from 55, it really underscores the shift to a buyer's market. Sellers genuinely need patience, but again, that sold-to-list price ratio at 113.2% on average. It's remarkable. It signals extreme competitiveness for certain properties, likely due to maybe conservative initial pricing that sparks interest or truly unique opportunities.
And the months of inventory at 9.66 months, that just screams buyer's market, doesn't it? More than double the balance threshold, up over 220% year over year.
Yes, the sheer volume is undeniable. Can't ignore it. And finally, median price per square foot for condos is $215. It's up a bit month over month, 2.3%, but still noticeably less per square foot than single-family homes, which are around $298. Reflects property types, locations. Condos are often a more accessible entry point per square foot. And that year-over-year comparison for condos, it's just a stark transformation. A year ago, mid-2024, short supply, definitely favoring sellers. Now June 2025, inventory explosion, over 220% up year over year. Firmly a buyer's market.
And putting downward pressure on prices.
Clear downward pressure, yeah. Median prices dipped roughly 5–6% year over year, and buyers can afford to be choosy now. Where almost every listing got attention before, now it's different. That paradox, the 113% sold to list, it's market stratification. The best deals get fierce competition, sell high. Others just sit. So overall, more supply, slightly lower prices, longer selling times, but with these weird pockets of intense competition.
Okay, this tale of two markets. Fascinating, but maybe confusing. What's the best strategy for you listening dealing with this unique condo and townhome environment?
Right. Okay, for condo and townhome buyers, you absolutely have the upper hand. Nearly 10 months of supply. That means wide selection, much less urgency. Use this. Shop around, compare options, take your time. However, and this is a big however, be aware that the best deals, those rare, well-priced, desirable units, they can still attract multiple offers and sell above asking.
So you still need to be ready to jump on those specific ones.
Exactly. For those standout properties, be prepared to move quickly. But in general, negotiate assertively. Ask for concessions, closing costs, HOA fees paid for a bit, maybe price reductions, especially on units that have been sitting. Get pre-approved, do your due diligence thoroughly. Patience really is a virtue here.
Okay. And for sellers? Trying to sell a condo in this market sounds tough. What's the blueprint for success?
Sellers of condos and townhomes, yeah, you need a truly strategic approach. High inventory means you have to stand out. It is crucial, absolutely crucial, to price competitively right from the start. Aim to be the best value option compared to your direct competition.
How do you figure that out?
Work with a professional. Analyze recent comparable sales and the active competition very carefully. Nail that initial price. Then make your listing shine. Professional staging, high-quality photos, compelling descriptions. These are not optional anymore. Be prepared for a longer timeline. That median is around 57 days. Patience, persistence, key.
And if it's not selling?
Reevaluate periodically. Is it the price, the condition? Do you need to offer incentives? Flexibility can also help. Being open to FHA buyers, offering a quick closing, maybe including furnishings, things to differentiate your unit. Look, a well-priced, well-presented condo will still sell. It just requires more precision, more effort than before.
And quickly, what about the top tier here, the luxury condo market? Does it mirror this, or is it even tougher?
It's basically amplified conditions, even more inventory relative to demand, a very limited buyer pool. So yeah, longer market times, deeper price negotiations, general price softening, aggressive tactics needed.
Sounds like a great time for luxury condo buyers, though.
Definitely advantageous for luxury buyers. You might find motivated sellers, potential for offers well below asking or substantial extras thrown in. For luxury combo sellers, differentiation is absolutely paramount. You have to emphasize those breathtaking views, the high-end upgrades, the unique lifestyle. Marketing needs to be top tier, laser focused, and price realism is critical. Even wealthy buyers are highly discerning right now, the silver lining. Truly one-of-a-kind luxury places, that penthouse with a panoramic Gulf view, still in demand, can still get strong prices if positioned just right.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. To summarize our deep dive into Pinellas County real estate for June 2025, we're seeing kind of two different worlds. A balanced single-family market fairness strategy for both sides. And then this condo market that really favors buyers overall, but still has these surprising pockets of intense competition for the best units. It's definitely nuanced.
It truly is. This landscape in June 2025, it offers both real challenges and some distinct opportunities. And the knowledge we've talked about today is most valuable when it's not just understood, but when you critically apply it to your unique situation, your goals.
Precisely. With the right approach, whether you're buying that dream home, selling strategically, or you're an agent advising clients, success is absolutely achievable, even in this dynamic environment.
You know, it raises an important question, thinking ahead. How will this bifurcated market, these different conditions for houses versus condos, how will it evolve in the coming months? And what new opportunities might pop up for those who really grasp these dynamics?
That's the key, isn't it? Understanding the dynamics. If you're looking for personalized guidance tailored specifically to your needs and goals in this market, please don't hesitate to contact RE/MAX Metro. We're here to help you navigate these trends with confidence. Thank you so much for joining us on the deep dive. We hope you'll continue your own deep dive into the real estate world.